Look, it's been years of the same thing, years of the same strain. I feel in them same brain, but no tears, gotta maintain. Veering them strange lanes, gotta keep focused. Cause the road I walked was long, and I ain't got time to be feeling hopeless no more. It's time to follow the vision. Had enough of living like this, cause this ain't living. See, I just been existing, feeling like I'm alive to die. Not worried about my legacy as time flies by. That just left me feeling down bad, stuck to the ground, man. Head just enough over water not to drown, man. Now I'm standing, and I truly believe if I gotta walk this earth, then I'ma walk like a king, baby. Getting rid of shit that's stressful to me, like worrying about the world's perception of me, and trying to fit the mold of what's expected of me. I release it all and I do it indefinitely.
One.
Alright, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Talking on the Influence for another podcast. Today we continue to talk about dating, relationships, goals, and the differences between men and women. And so, at first, we're going to just go around the table, introduce ourselves, and plug whatever Instagram you want to plug. We're going to say your name, age, and dating status. Okay? Let's start, Kelvin. We're going to start with you.
Don't stop me. Start on.
Alright, we'll start with you. Come around.
Okay, so I'm Shay Monet. I'm 35. I am in a relationship. I'm with the Queen Effect podcast. Y'all can find us on Instagram, Facebook, at the Queen Effect. TikTok, everything's the Queen Effect, A, not E.
Okay, hey y'all. I'm IJ. I'm 34, single, and the same thing what she said.
Been in your relationship?
I've been in my relationship 8 months.
8 months. Okay. So,
I'm Chelsea. I'm 29. I am single, but I am talking to someone.
I'm Carly, or CK. I am 32 and I am in a relationship.
how long you been in your relationship for?
Since like the beginning of the podcast, November, like what, a month? 1 month.
Since the beginning of the podcast.
1 month.
Alright, I'm DeMarco. I'm 28. In a relationship.
How long you been in yours?
About 2 months.
Alright, my name is Jason. I'm 38. I'm single.
My name is Patrick. I'm 29. I'm single. But I'm still out here to mingle, man. I don't give a fuck about none of this shit.
Okay. How long you been single?
We see why. I've been single since July.
Hi, I'm Kelvin. Okay, quit the Ripple. 34, single. 4, I don't know. Been 4 minutes.
Alright, so let's get right into it. So if you guys have watched some of the old podcasts, we talked about what makes a high value man, and we said money, muscles, frame, and game. I think those are the things that women are looking for in their men. Generally speaking, there's obviously other things that obviously both genders are looking for in each other, but I think those things are kind of the goal things that make men kind of more valuable in the dating market. When you have money, you have good physique, you look good, you stand on your frame, you walk with a masculine frame, and you have good game, basically. And so the last episode we did, we were looking for the same kind of concept for what women, those 4 things that we think women should be working on to make themselves more valuable in the dating market as well. And so, I don't remember what those things were. I guess we got in an argument about like money.
I think
Purity.
we decided.
Purity, we were talking about. So like a lot of people, we went back and forth. I don't think we ever really came to a consensus.
We took out game, but I think you guys went with.
I mean, I stand on mine.
I think
like,
you went with muscles, frame, purity, and
nurturing.
And nurturing. That's what they.
Right.
So
That's
purity,
what I think
nurturing,
most
frame, and muscles, or maybe not, like
When I say muscles, not necessarily
taking care of yourself.
muscles, but like your physical appearance.
Right.
So, do you guys agree with that? Do you think?
See, I
something's
agree
different?
with it, but I think it's also important that they're mentally able to connect with you, because you can be all that, but you still not giving me peace.
How are they?
Yep.
Like, what do you mean they're not giving you
Like,
peace?
they are constantly like starting problems, like everything's a problem, and they may not be able to communicate well. So it's like you're never able to like really understand why they moving the way they moving, because they have a problem communicating, like shit like that.
Okay.
Can you give an example of a problem?
An example of problem, like they're doing something that you don't like and you brought it to their attention. Like maybe,
Hold on. So you're doing something they don't like?
No,
and you brought it to his attention?
they're doing something that you.
Oh, you don't like, and you
That,
bring it to their
yeah.
attention. Okay.
And so you bring it to their attention, like, yo, you know, because you're trying to be with them. So if I'm trying to be with you, I gotta, like,
And
Yeah,
they're
that's what I
like
mean.
a repeat offender, so
they're
like
repeat offender.
the
Yeah.
fact that they're doing that, you feeling disrespected,
I feel
like you're not being
disrespected
listened
because
to,
you know
right?
exactly like how I feel, and
I
I
feel
told
that.
you, and you still moving that way. Because if we're trying to be together, then there's gonna be some things I gotta kind of like modify. It don't have to be something dramatic, like you're changing me, but like I can work on that.
And just sharing, like being vulnerable and sharing like the boundaries
Yeah.
that you want to set.
Yeah.
So how many times do you bring it up to him before
That's the
you're
thing.
like, I'm done, and he keeps doing it?
Everybody's different. Like I used to like give them too many chances. And
How many is too many?
I can't like give you a number. It's
No.
too many.
That's
Too
like,
Once
many
we
Sure.
talk about it like 2 or 3 different times,
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
it becomes like you
at
lose
this
count.
point, you don't
Yeah.
really.
You
So
don't
that's
care.
not giving up
Is that for cheating or is that for moving?
In general.
It could be
general.
whatever the issue is for
Whatever
me.
the pet peeve is, I feel
Yeah.
like if you truly care for
3
each
chances,
other-
we think?
Yeah, well, I
For
think
cheating?
that 3 is more. I feel like 3 is but it depends on the
I
person.
think it
but it's
depends
just
on
like,
what the offense is as well.
Yeah.
Well, even still, it's a matter of consideration. Because if I brought something to your attention that I'm telling you bothers me, like if I don't feel like I'm receiving love or whatever, and I let you know that, and you continue to act in that
Yeah,
manner once
it's
or twice,
like you
okay,
don't
but
care.
You don't care.
Because if I was doing something, and this, I'm talking for myself. If you told me something and we're in this together, I'm gonna consider that. Like if it's not something that's, I'm gonna
Do you
consider.
think that if we're speaking in general terms between men and women, do you think that more women or more men are kind of bad at communicating? Like, which one is the worst?
I feel like
do you
it's
think?
any and everybody.
Is everybody
Yeah.
just equal?
Yeah.
50-50?
I think you have to learn how to communicate with your person,
Mhm.
because we are gonna all communicate in different ways. You know, I may not hear you when you yelling and screaming. She might hear you when you yelling and screaming because that's how she communicates. Me, I might not hear that. I'm a brick wall. So everything that you're saying is, I'm not even receiving it. I'm not even hearing it. Whereas you rah-rah, so when I'm talking to you at this calm, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you how I'm feeling, you're not receiving it because that's not what you're used to. So I think you just have to learn how to communicate the way that your person can receive that communication.
Do you think you should learn to communicate that way, or just if you guys communicate in such different ways, maybe you should just part ways?
No, I wouldn't say that.
I
If
mean,
you
it
love
depends
them
on
and
the
you want to make the
situation.
relationship work, then I think that you should at least attempt to do what it's going to take to. That's the thing about relationships, that like people think that we're gonna get together, it's gonna be all butterflies, sunshine, and rainbows, and we're just gonna live happily ever after. A relationship that's going to last, that is going to work, is going to take hard work. Not even just work. It's going to take hard work.
So for me, when I hear that, I think of boundaries. So like if I need to have boundaries that basically explain what I'm not willing to accept. So, I mean, I guess, what are things that you're not willing to accept, if that's, if you're willing to...
Me? Dishonesty. I hate a liar. Don't be dishonest to me. Don't be disloyal to me. If
Honesty and loyalty is like, that was with Money Muscle Frame and Game. Like, I guess I can go into your frame, but that's huge.
Yeah, and being inconsistent.
Oh yeah, inconsistency.
That shit is the worst.
Any which way.
What do you mean by like what?
Not being consistent. Like,
Good, bad, or
like
ugly.
what-
Like
what-
consistency is key.
Kind of an example of someone being inconsistent. I don't know
Like
what that
one day
looks like.
you're like giving me attention or just doing what I feel like you should do in a relationship with me, like, and then the next day you just cold, like you just, and then you're in.
But is that?
But that can be a
That could
lot
just be
going
like-
on.
No,
People-
it can
Then
be, but why can't you
communicate
communicate that? Like it boils down to not being able to
Because
communicate.
sometimes we just have to hold shit in.
But that's
That's
not
how
healthy.
man
No,
operates.
Sometimes I gotta
That's
hold
not
shit in
healthy.
too, but if
Exactly,
I
so
move that way, you won't like
The
it.
You
same
gotta-
way that
my-
you think,
my
but the
thing is-
same way that you think, we think the same way though.
I get it.
So you gotta
I
learn
get
that
it,
and
but
communicate.
It's,
But you can just
but
say,
it's,
like, hey, I don't wanna
it's a
talk
knowing
today.
to know that, but you still can't communicate that. Like,
I mean,
why,
true.
you know what I'm saying?
That's on
Like,
both parties, but
Yeah.
sometimes, internally,
Hey, I'm still
you
mad
have
right
to
now.
deal with it internally in order to bring it
Yeah,
out.
like my
in
thing
order to
is
bring it
like,
out.
okay,
That's
like
true.
I'm mad as hell right now, but like I don't want to like say something that's gonna offend you. Or,
that's
like,
true. You can easily
like
be
say
like,
I'm
not-
I just need some time to
Exactly.
communicate my
You
feelings
just
and like
sit
figure out the
there,
right
like,
way.
And if they
that's
know
fine.
that, then they'll
And
go
if
there
they
and do
fuck
their
with you like
thing.
they're supposed to, they can be like, okay, I understand.
You gotta just give them something.
Something.
Literally.
Yeah.
But that goes back to the original question that you asked. Do we feel that men or women are worse at communicating? And I think that
No.
that's the problem with men. I think that that's what makes men worse off as communicators. Or I don't want to say worse off, but what makes you guys not communicate as well, because y'all have a tendency to hold a lot of things back.
Yeah.
A lot of men are not comfortable in their emotions. A lot of men are not comfortable with expressing their emotions.
Besides
And I think it's besides anger, literally. And I think that's because that's
You
how
word.
society makes you feel. They make you feel like if you
I don't
express
think
yourself, you are
society has
punk
done
or
that. I think history.
His-
Like
okay,
men,
history.
men
History.
who like.
No,
there
it's
were a
history.
few-
That's how it always been.
good amount of women have always gone like we don't communicate, like we deal with our issues ourselves.
Yeah.
If I feel like really emotional, the last person I'm gonna go to is my woman. I'm gonna go to my boys, my brother, my father. I'm gonna go to one of my cousins.
Me.
I'm gonna go there. Like I'm not gonna take my problems to my woman.
And that's
because I
upsetting
feel
to a
like-
woman.
I get that.
But you
Hold on, let me
can't
finish
be-
what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah,
What I'm trying to say is like
You can't be
in a relationship for me, I'm supposed to be the rock. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? I'm supposed to be the steady because women in general are more emotional people than men.
Very true.
And not to say that men aren't emotional, but we tend to hold our shit in, but not really like only with y'all, because we feel like we've done that before. We've been emotional with our women before, and they've
Use it against
kind of
It's
pulled
either
back.
yeah, no, you
Use it against it. They were using it
against
against
Or they're
Yeah.
unattracted,
Use
they're
it
turned
against
off
them.
by it, and they're like, oh,
And
this
we
is
need to
so-
learn how to
Like,
handle our
subconscious.
emotions.
Exactly.
It's not, but like I've seen it, I've witnessed it.
No,
Yeah,
So-
it's
We all do.
just-
We all do.
and we've seen it on the
It
internet.
takes a
Who
mature
was it? Somebody was like,
person
if
to
my
be able to
man
receive
cry
that.
about
all
the
the
death of his baby
time.
mama or something,
That's
But that's not the
true.
standard that
That's
you
a
apply
good
to
idea.
every single
Do you
girl
think it's-
or woman
Hello.
after. Like that's
Because
the
I can't
immaturity. That's
generalize
the
all
issue.
men.
Say it
Or
again.
all
well, I
women.
mean,
Yeah.
we are generalizing. We're
Is it-
talking
is
about
it-
men
I
and
mean,
women
in
in
conversation,
general.
No,
in
no,
a
no, yeah.
relationship.
But obviously,
you
there are
can't do that.
outliers to both of them.
Yes.
Both women.
That's
and
why
men.
we understand that part.
Okay.
I can understand that part till I turn blue. I still feel like you need to communicate something.
Tell me
Thank
something.
you.
Tell me
You don't have to
something.
be a lie.
And
It could be a sentence.
that's the part that pisses me off the
Well-
most because I do understand.
What if it's something that you don't like? What if I have to
There
say
is
something
something
to you
that
that
I
We
you
gotta
don't like?
have uncomfortable conversations.
What if it's gonna
And
what if it's
work on
gonna derail the momentum of what we're trying to do?
See, that's
Shouldn't.
why I say I don't speak for all women. I'm speaking about myself. I like having uncomfortable conversations because I want to
Very
fix
comfortable.
it.
Yeah.
People don't, men don't like to have it with me.
Yeah, like
They
get
don't.
comfortable
They're
with
trying to
having
protect
uncomfortable
me.
conversations
Yeah.
so that we can be
So what
together.
can you
and
do?
Because
good.
y'all be trying
What
to
can
have
you-
that conversation
what
like
can
right
you do
after a
different?
fight. Like, I need some time.
Okay.
Right after a fight. Like,
But even
what
after
is,
time,
I'm on 10 at this point. Like,
If you
what
need
do
a
you
day,
mean?
see, this is me. If you need a day, I'll give you that. I'll be pissed.
I'm
I
gonna
need a whole day.
need
Just
a
tell me.
Like,
If I'm
I'm
still
be
waiting
on
for
10.
it and you still avoiding it, like you
Is there
still.
any situation where you would be given that day and it's like, oh hell no?
well, no, that's the
Like,
thing.
I'm gonna
regardless
us
of
the
what
day
I'm
you
with
gonna
say.
certain
react
time, and
how
y'all
if I'm gonna
forget.
react. I
Like,
might not
just
be
do it
happy about it,
Yeah.
but
But
Hopefully,
I-
you and that
I-
person
I-
can
I-
figure that out.
I
Like,
think-
what does that look like for y'all?
I
Like,
think
do
a
I need
man
a day?
is
Do I need an
I
hour?
think a man doesn't like to
Okay.
give you that information and then you know, there's like a scenario of no return to this. Like if we say this, then there's no going back. So, you know,
I mean, we
don't
all
say
we
it.
gonna-
We
no,
just take care of it.
like it's over. Like it doesn't go back to how it was for that
So
conversation.
here's my thing though, like if we can't have an uncomfortable conversation and be able to work it out and be able to move forward, if that's going to end a relationship, then the relationship wasn't for us.
I don't wanna be with you.
On top of that,
Yeah.
like, but it's the risk you have to take because you coming at me how you feel, I'm coming at you how I feel. Like
We gonna throw them jabs. So shit. Well,
I'm
you
still
you
on
can
your
take them
team
blows
until
like I
further
take them
notice.
blows. Shit, let's go
I
then.
don't
We'll
even
make
want to
this
have
shit
the
work.
conversation, but we
I
got
mean,
to.
But I guarantee you the
Right.
conversation changes.
So I think
Conversation
what a
will
lot
change.
of women don't understand about men is that a lot of men can compartmentalize. Like they can get mad in the moment at something, right? And then they just kind of fester on, or even get mad at you. Maybe they'll be standoffish with you, whatever. Don't really want to talk about because they're not really sure if they should be mad about it, but they are mad about it. But they'll go home and they'll sit by themselves and contemplate it, and by the morning they might have been like, all right, you know what?
Forgot.
I'm gonna forget about it and just never bring it up again. It's
We
actually
need
out of
something
love.
else. I got
You
talk
know what's
about
okay?
it.
You
The
finish?
results are most important.
What?
That's
Huh?
not fair though.
Is you
What
done
do you
or is
mean?
you
No,
finished?
no.
But that's just
But
what
we
it
can do
is.
that and be because listen, I have some of the closest friends I've known for 25 years. We've been in huge fist fights. Next day, it's like it never happened. No apologies needed. It just happened. Like that's
But
how.
we can't do that with a woman.
With a woman, you can't do that.
I know
And you know
that.
what's
with a woman.
crazy?
But like,
The
definitely
women-
can't get that
I
with a
know
woman.
that.
Cause
But
woman
like, a
gonna
lot
say
of
some
just
shit.
don't
She
know,
gonna say
like,
some shit.
that's
that
how-
The
don't
women
give
gonna
her
feel it
opportunity.
right then and there, and you cold about it. You just like whatever. You like that was yesterday, but we still feeling about it. And then by the time we get to the point where we don't care about it, then here y'all come.
Right.
With that.
And even if
Yeah.
it was,
Y'all come like that,
and even if it was
yeah.
yesterday, just
What?
all we need is, hey, listen, I know that was just like a lot, but listen, I'm over it.
That's all
Like,
I
can
needed.
we, like,
you just
I'm just kind of over it. Like, let's
Listen,
move forward.
y'all
Let's move
y'all
forward.
sit on shit for weeks.
But
We can sit on
like,
shit for a
listen,
lifetime. We can
close
sit on
that
shit.
loop.
We can sit on shit for a
Okay.
lifetime, though. For real. We
If we don't
can sit on
care
shit for a lifetime.
We don't have to talk about
Well,
it.
I
Just
think-
let me know that like you're
Is
good,
it
you
a
moved on, and
closure
we'll figure out
thing?
how we're gonna move forward. But like, don't
I
just
need
let
a
me
for
expect
sure.
that.
Yeah.
I need. See, I'm the type of
Right.
person I need understanding.
Right,
I need to
understand.
understand why did you get upset? Why did you react the way
Why?
that you reacted?
Yes.
Because if I don't understand, then I might do it again.
Exactly.
And again,
And I
I understand that, but
But if
if he didn't bring it to your attention and didn't want to talk to you about it, it's because he sat back and said, you know
But
what,
that's
I'm
a sign of
tripping.
immaturity
I'm gonna forget
in my
about
eyes.
it.
Yeah, let
I'm
me
not
know.
gonna bring it up
Yeah.
again. And if it happens
But
again,
if it
I'm
You
affects
gotta
gonna
know
say,
your
now I
person.
know.
You just gotta know your person.
But if it affected
Because-
me
I
though,
would say
okay,
that.
like okay, maybe you
Well,
was
I
tripping,
mean,
maybe
here's
you feel
what
like you was
happens.
wrong.
You're gonna bring it back up again. He's already forgotten about it. You'll bring it up again, and then all those emotions will come back in his mind. Then it's another argument.
No,
But if you
so
just
then
had
it's
that
so then it's as
conversation
simple
the
as
first
you know what, babe. You know what? I thought about that. I was wrong. I was wrong.
Sure.
You didn't do nothing wrong. It was me. I was wrong. Okay.
Sometimes we will take the L to let it go.
But then y'all do it
Isn't it
again.
L? Isn't it L? Just
But
'cause
then
no.
y'all do it again. That's what it is. Y'all do it right again. They be like, I'm sorry for saying that. Then they gonna get right back in the argument. He said that same jab, but this time it's on the left instead of the right. That's what I'm saying.
We gonna go a step forward and 2 steps back.
Yeah, 2 points. Yep,
But
every time.
I
every
feel
time.
like, you know what I'm saying, like the whole ignore or just give us something.
Just something.
Yeah.
We
A
don't
lot,
have, I'm
a
not
lot of
trying
the
to
time
solve
we're
it.
not even tripping
Yeah.
about it. I just want to like,
I
okay,
need to
like give me
understand.
Sometimes
something.
silence is the best virtue.
Yeah, but end your you have to end your silence with something.
That's what I'm
Cause
saying.
we have
That's
to
all
process
I'm
it.
asking.
We gotta process
We
the
gotta
problem
talk
But
first.
it's about about respect.
We gotta
it's
process the
about
problem
respect
first.
because
You
while
might-
you're processing it, you moving funny.
But you might haven't
And
even
they
done anything.
say it one more
could be
time
some-
for
It could
me.
be some. It could be some
We can
outside of
understand
everything.
that you're going through something, but you're moving
You're
funny,
moving
and then you're
funny.
like triggering like
Right.
Moving fun
insecurity.
because we don't
Right.
really know.
And then you want to be
Alright.
cold, but you're
That's how
over
niggas
it, but you're
feel.
obviously
Yeah,
not.
like,
That
no,
goes
I'm
back to the
tripping.
communication
Yeah.
thing. Let me tell you something.
But you ask me,
Yeah,
you'll be like, you alright? I'm like, yeah, I'm good, and you still.
But
you
you
mad.
still
Hit me,
moving
hit me,
funny.
hit me,
You really
until
was,
I find no
when you
more.
really was sure, you was like, oh baby, look, and then
Right.
now that you
No.
Now you like this.
It's like you said.
hold on,
No,
babe,
it'd be just like this. You would know, as my woman, you would know something wrong with me
Yeah.
Right,
anyway.
and
You would know that.
we do. So when we ask, say.
But when I walk around acting, moving funny, you ask me, am I good? And I say, yeah, you know something wrong with me, but don't push it. At
Yeah,
that point.
that's
Do not
I
push
told
it.
you, every
That's
dog.
not immature.
Yes,
I'm
it
processing
is.
things in my head.
Just say that.
How?
Say that.
Because
Say, I'll talk
literally-
about
No,
it.
hey,
Because
hey,
literally-
what they gonna say? What they gonna say?
What?
Oh, he a drama
No,
queen.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
oh, yeah,
y'all gotta
He act like a female.
realize that.
So you would rather for me to take my anger out on anything?
It's not take your
then-
anger out.
okay, then,
It's
so
take your anger
let
out.
me-
All you have
if you
to
ask
say-
me, am I good?
If
Let me be
your
good.
homeboys actually good,
Are
why?
you mad at me or something?
If we are fucking and we're that intimate, you should be able to tell me how you feel the same way you can tell your bros how you
But
feel.
my homeboy can ask me and I'd be like, I'm good, but I still sit there
But
and
you would
process
still
it going
tell
on.
him like something.
And it's
You
not
could-
about
I know you
him.
were doing
Not
something.
really,
Yeah,
not really.
not all the time.
Not all the time. They be like, no, I
You just
said.
said y'all go to your homeboys.
No. Literally what he said was we can go talk to our homeboy about
Yeah,
the
you
problem.
can.
That don't mean we go to our homeboy with every problem.
I didn't say you
Anybody
do,
can
but
say,
I didn't say
my
you
homeboy can come up and
did.
ask me, am I good? I be like, yo, I'm straight. But I still sit down quiet and be like, damn,
I
this
get
shit
it.
happened, this shit happened, this shit
Because
happened.
y'all
I'm still
do
not
it to
saying
women
that.
all the time that y'all
You don't have to-
I don't have to say a process. I said I'm good, so leave me alone.
But you're not good because you're acting state. That makes
How?
no sense.
But listen,
I'm still talking to you. I'm still talking to you.
Bring it down.
I'm still talking to you. I'm still having conversations with you. I'm not being stubborn. I'm not doing none of that.
But
I just
are
said
you?
I'm good. But don't push the process if you know something wrong with
I
me.
get it. I get
But
it.
don't push it. Don't push it.
I hear what you're saying.
Alright, so,
Like
alright.
y'all are at 100%, right?
Alright.
Yeah.
And you're not mad. You're at 100%. You're giving affection. You're showing that you being affectionate. You're doing it.
Yeah.
Argument happens. Something happens. Whatever. You don't say nothing. You start. Your energy's at 50
It
already.
decreases
And you're
so
and you're
much.
acting funny. So
But
we're
here's the
asking you,
thing.
are you good? And every time we ask you, are you good? Your energy decreases. But instead of just
No,
saying,
every time you ask me, am I good, you
I'll
push
let
the
you know.
button.
But instead of
You're
I
pushing the
respect.
button.
instead
I
of just saying,
respect.
I need to
respect.
process. You just shut down, and then now we in another argument, and I don't know what's going on because I'm trying to understand, but you won't communicate.
Are you moving because of me or are you moving because of something
wait,
else?
wait, wait, wait.
Just trying to
Hold on, listen, so,
Literally, like, just went through this 2 days ago with my man. Literally, if you don't want to talk, if you going through something, whether it has something to do with me or not, say, baby, I'm just in one of my moods. I don't want to talk. I'ma respect that. He said, babe, I don't want to talk. I know I haven't talked to you all day.
That's
I'm in a
it.
fucked
I
up
don't know.
mood.
I don't know a single
I'm in a fucked up mood.
Well, I'm
I don't feel like talking right now. I said, okay, baby, I love you. I love you, and I'll talk to you later.
Sure. Yep.
And then that's it. And that's all because
Right.
we
Okay.
have that mutual understanding.
And I know that you
I'm
don't want me
you
to
ready
go
to talk,
past,
we
yeah,
gonna
I'm
talk.
good. Because I know that. Because you told me.
Communicate.
Now you showed me. And I'm
Right.
just
That's what
like,
I'm
I don't like when you
Hold
say,
on.
are you
That's
good?
what we
Hold on,
saying.
let me say something.
But no, you're saying you don't like when I say I'm good, like she just said. I just told you I'm good.
No,
but
I'm saying
don't-
it's that if
But
the
you're
woman
not
knows.
good.
You-
I'm not in the mood.
Right.
I'm
You're
no, baby,
almost
I'm not
contract.
good. I don't want to talk right now. I'm going through something.
But
I'm not
you
okay.
told me
in less words. In less words. It's just in
and
less
that's
words.
what, how less can you get? You
I'm
don't
good. I'm good. I'm good.
I'm good.
You're not good.
I'm good mentally
No,
you're
because
not.
I'm processing
You're
my
doing
shit. No,
Hey,
I'm
because
doing
I'm
something.
Kelvin, hold on, let's bring it back. I want y'all to understand too, right? Like, when we have a problem, if you do something right, and there's a problem I have with it, and I'm clear about my feelings, and I come to y'all and I say, hey, I don't like the way what you did here, whatever. Now, I'm looked at as a controlling person. It happens all the time.
No, it happens all the time. It's about how you communicate it.
It's how you think. Your tone is everything.
Your
Your
tone,
tone is
your
everything.
energy, everything behind how you
Exactly.
expressing your truth.
Honestly and truthfully,
But
I don't
what
care how
my
you
tone
say
for
it.
you might be different than my tone
Then
for
we're
her.
not compatible. Then what we doing?
That's my point.
And that's
my
what it
point.
is.
That's why we
If you're
don't.
not compatible,
That's
it's
why
not
we
working.
don't do that because we don't want to make us. We don't want to feel like we're trying to control you.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm just watching how you move, and if you move in a way I don't like, I drop how much I'm invested in.
Communicate
So
that.
what,
That's
so,
true.
so
That's
what
true.
is control though? So
I
what is
don't.
control?
I'm not gonna communicate that.
What
I'm
is
just gonna.
what's considered control?
I'm talking about at the beginning, right?
But wow, but
But I
so
wa-
if you're doing that though, and you're not communicating, so you've lost interest in this girl for whatever reason, she doesn't know why. She's
It
still at
depends on
100%.
it depends on what it is that was done and how often and
True, but you're not
stuff like
communicating.
that.
But
for
it's
her,
okay
so-
because honestly, it's
I'm talking about
just
at the
different.
beginning.
Men and women are just different.
Always.
I'm talking about at the beginning,
whole-
from
right?
the beginning.
Oh.
Like that before that's in the talking phase.
Before it even gets there for them, they already
You always need
checked
to be in
out.
the talking
Mind
phase
you,
and
we still
communicating
thinking
phase.
that it's still good because we don't know that he checked out. So we thinking that it's still good and still going. And then when you're doing stuff that's bothering us, instead of us just checking out too, like how you doing so quick, we tell you about it. And then we keep telling you about it, but you're not changing. And it's
Nagging.
like, now we're nagging about it.
No, that's not nagging.
No.
See, that's a difference. That's a difference.
But
now.
this is
I
how
hear
we
your
take it.
problem. I hear your problem. I hear what you're telling me. But in my mind, it's just like,
But
I hear you.
nagging is you heard me, but you didn't do nothing about it. So now I keep
But what
saying it
can I-
over and over.
But what did he
but
do
if you had
when he
Yeah,
said
what
it?
can I do?
Like when you brought it up, did y'all argue or is he just
okay,
agreeing
so
to disagree? Like,
I'm
we do
talking
that.
about experiences with me, who I am. So I would bring up like I don't know. Like, we're not going on dates anymore, or like, I don't know, you're not texting as much, you're not calling as much, or you did something. Like, y'all can think about any scenario. I brought it to your attention, and we really fuck with each other like that, so you heard me. But then you didn't do anything.
You didn't make
your
an effort
action
to
didn't change.
nothing.
Or you didn't communicate that something else is going on and maybe that's why. Right?
So think
I
about it.
don't know.
So
Y'all
think
want
about
to
it.
say something
That was
else.
wild.
He said-
Y'all
No,
like
it's
my
just- I
answers,
understand what
y'all
y'all
just, we
I'm
just
listening to
different.
what
I'm
you're
okay
saying.
with
No,
that.
it's just like-
That's all I want me to say.
Cause I mean, like
Yeah,
you gotta
so-
think. What have you done in order for that to change? You know
What
I mean?
have I done?
Yeah, in order for that. To
If
change.
If it's something that is
But
bothering me,
how
what
is it
the
a problem
fuck?
with him?
If,
What-
okay,
what-
okay.
If we're fucking with each other and we talking and you don't hear from me, you're not gonna be like, what is she doing? I understand we busy because I'm a busy woman.
Yeah,
I'm a
exactly.
doctor. I'm a single mom. I'm busy. Okay.
Let's go.
So I
Excuse me,
still
ma'am.
can make time because we both agree to fuck with each other. So what the fuck are we doing if we don't fuck with each other? So if what I'm telling y'all an example, right? You keep asking me an example.
But I'm just saying.
And if you know that we
Listen,
hey,
I want to
this-
move on. I want to move
Okay.
on from
Let's move
this. Let's just agree to disagree. Let's talk about something.
well, it's either
Hold on,
A,
CK.
don't introduce an energy that you can't maintain,
That part.
or be
So,
one more
or be
time.
vulnerable enough to move and grow together and
It's really not
and
that serious.
communicate.
Like if it's
So
if
y'all
if
think
we're
every
not
man is hard? That's
No.
No, everybody. It's cute. But you know,
we don't show emotion like that. That's what y'all don't understand. We don't show emotion like that.
understand.
So if we don't
They-
hear,
you can
if we don't hear from y'all, like if we in it together now and talk to you,
You're tripping.
eventually, what
Please.
a trip for?
Please, but y'all straight.
Y'all trip if y'all don't hear from get a text back in 5 minutes.
No,
I'm just saying.
Everybody's different.
Things like that just don't. It don't
about
like
something.
we just
Right.
so open minded.
It-
It doesn't resonate though.
It comes down to your relationship,
doesn't
know your
resonate.
person, whether it's your
Like,
friendship, your
I feel
relationship,
bad just calling
guys,
if I had a girl just call it every day. I feel bad. It's just like I'm aggravating you, controlling you. It's like I'm you see what I'm saying? It's stupid.
every day.
Yeah, like why you like you feel like I'm just on your ass every day. You slipping.
I'm
You
sorry
slipping.
y'all didn't
If I don't-
experience
oh,
a
man, I
woman
better
like
calm
me.
down.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Oh,
that's- it
I'm
sounds
sorry.
sad.
If DeMarco don't hear from me in 3 hours, he be tripping.
Oh, okay.
I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it.
Y'all want to do
3
it?
hours.
I highly doubt it.
Listen,
Don't act like the man don't want to hear from that woman. Hey, I'm saying, they want to hear from us.
Stop the cow. Stop the
They want to
cow.
hear from us.
they do.
That's all I'm saying is they want to hear from us. The men want to have us calling them, and they want to have
And
us
let's
texting.
be
No, I mean, it
No, that's the point. That's what we're trying to
It
figure
goes
out right
down.
now.
Because
We
y'all
don't-
represent all men, right?
We don't need all that. We don't. That's the thing. We don't need all that,
I think
bro.
we're
No, it's just like keeping the
We
keeping
wanna
that
hear from
energy,
y'all
keeping
too.
that same energy. It's like if you up my ass, then be up my ass. Like text me all the time and shit.
What you
But if
supposed
you
to?
like,
Right.
if I don't hear from you, then yeah, like I'm gonna think
Just
like,
keep
is
it.
you-
What?
is you
How,
good?
what's
Like,
the foundation? Because in the beginning, y'all be real extra, and then y'all just be slow
Y'all
down.
just drop, fall off.
That man.
All right.
Well, maybe we
It's
just
like
like
walking up
Like
there.
Maybe,
we're
yeah,
like
you're
we're
right.
running.
It's like
Yeah,
walking
Like
off
we're
the
running.
cliff.
Okay.
We talking about in the beginning, right? In the beginning, everybody dating everybody. Like,
Yeah.
until you become monogamous, right?
What?
But until you are in a relationship and
monogamous.
it's a monogamous relationship, then sure. But at the beginning, before I call you my girl, I'm dating other girls, you dating other guys. Probably.
Yeah, because
like,
that was
And
communicated.
hopefully
Yeah,
y'all
I mean,
can
I'm
drop
cool with
that.
that. Like in the beginning, yeah, we still
You
if
shouldn't.
it's not
That should go
exclusive, then
unspoken.
yeah.
You should assume that. Right?
Don't
That's
assume
not
it's
your
okay.
name.
We all dogs at that point.
Yeah, dog, baby.
You gotta communicate.
These
I
sound
mean,
effects are
true.
crazy.
It's a lot of shit.
It's just like, man, y'all we just
Did-
don't expect that much. Like,
Did-
and the reason
Alright, so-
y'all assume we do that is just because we. I mean,
Y'all don't
we
expect much or y'all don't speak on much because I feel like men
Not
have
in the beginning.
expectations.
we have expectations, but we just don't expect like
Y'all have
just what y'all
expectations.
expect. We just don't expect it.
So you,
Y'all have
if you was in a relationship, you would be okay with your girl going 24 hours without reaching out to you, calling, texting.
Now you ain't going 24 hours, but you
Oh,
going
it's
a couple
a
hours.
limit,
Just
it's a limit,
ask,
it's a
just
limit.
ask,
They have a
call
different
it.
limit.
I mean, I
should
don't.
be able to
I'm
leave
just
for a
saying,
week.
I
and
not
That
have a
was my
problem.
point.
Like,
Yeah.
Not talk to you
Yeah.
for a week.
It shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah,
It
like-
shouldn't be a problem.
In a monogamous relationship,
Yeah,
not-
if I go, let's say I go out of town for a week on a
And we
business
not
trip,
speaking?
and I didn't. It shouldn't
But-
be a problem.
Good morning,
would
how you doing?
tell
Are
them
you
that
alive?
I mean, yeah.
How's your
Okay,
day?
As far as that,
But would you
you
tell
checking
them
up
that
on
you
me.
went on a
Yeah,
business
like
trip?
checking up on me.
Or you
But
just
I mean, just
keep
far
it
as
real.
like.
Going back on what?
Baby, I gotta make you
I mean, it
miss
depends
me.
at what point.
Yeah, exactly. I gotta make you, but you on my
keep
ass
that
every day, man.
24 hours kind of long. Like that's a whole
24
day.
hours is. What do you mean?
I'm crazy. I could-
24
Well,
hours
it needs
is
to be
too
a day.
long.
I'm
I
not-
can get
Not
drunk and
talking
pass
about
out in
it.
2
No.
minutes and
You
got them
can
12
always-
hours.
You can go. You go on a trip for a whole week. If I know you're on a trip and we're not talking, I'm cool with that. But like
need
on a
someone
day to day,
to
you would
fix
hope that you that's
for real,
dating
that's-
and then being in a
20
relationship.
all
You
of
got
y'all,
dating, being in a
24 hours,
relationship.
this is too long for all of y'all.
Let me
No.
tell you something.
It's
If
weird.
four
If
or
you're
five
actually
of
That's a
y'all-
talking in a
general- that's a
relationship,
general-
We don't have to. We
most
don't have to be
people
talking all day. I'm not gonna talk to you all day. Hey, hey.
If
If
4 or
it's like
5
women-
o'clock
women can
PM
talk on the phone
comes
for
and I
hours.
have not heard from my man, I'm like, you
Yes,
hate
men
me?
can't
What's
talk
going
about
on?
it.
But you checking up on it
You hate me?
though. But when you call, he answer.
If
All
I
you gotta
hear
do is
from
check
you,
in.
then that's one thing. But 4
Like
or
not
5
check in, check
o'clock,
up.
But when you
Say
call,
something.
he answered on it.
sometimes.
Okay then, that's what a man does.
But
She ain't take me all day.
He
She'll
said-
call in a minute. That's what we'll say. She'll call.
Yeah,
in
they're
a
like,
minute.
oh, shit going on, man. Shit going on,
Yeah.
until
man.
we don't.
She'll be
She'll
right
call in a
there.
minute.
I don't know. I feel like there's
That's what
dating,
I'm
being in a
just-
relationship,
that's
and then there's
how it is,
like
though.
being in a relationship,
We-
and then there's
Yeah,
being
we
married. It's
know.
all
We live
different.
it.
Listen, we just have our minds to be everywhere, like everywhere.
So do
We just
ours.
have
We
too many-
sit and be like, oh, let me text this nigga real quick. Like we
It's
I
crazy
was
because
doing
when
that.
I move,
Like, you're
when
a
sometimes
man,
I be
you're a
moving like how they be moving, they hate when I do that shit.
They really
They hate it.
That's when they be up your
I just
ass.
can't do it.
If you mimic their behavior,
That's
They
why I
hate
don't
it.
understand y'all. I can do
They
it
be
too.
bent.
Y'all can't mimic our behavior. That's the
No, I
hardest thing
can't
about
swing a
it.
dick.
Yeah, I guarantee you, we can go long without talking to y'all, and
No.
y'all can go long without talking to us.
Okay,
No,
but
Guaranteed.
wait. Oh, wow.
Guaranteed.
Why we
there's
don't
some
talk
Oh, wait. No, the gender laws have flipped. They have flipped. So like more men tend to act like females nowadays and be like, "Yo, where you at?" Like they
Yeah,
start tripping
yeah.
and shit.
You don't have.
So I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
And not everybody like that.
It's
There
just
is
a respectful
nothing-
vibe for each other. Like just like say what's up.
I
Like
just think it's respect. I don't know.
Yeah, if
Maybe
you're
I'm
interested in the
just.
person,
it's
show it.
natural.
We should
Like it's
respect
natural
each other.
movement
I
that
don't
we
know.
will talk to each other that day or see each
Yeah.
other or something.
Yeah.
When y'all are talking about this, at what point in a relationship? Because like when I talk about these things, I'm talking about the first few
Okay,
months
in the
of a
first
relationship. That's why,
Few months.
like when I call you my girl, then that's when I start communicating. with you.
Yeah,
So we're talking
because
about
before
dating.
that-
We're not talking about in a relationship.
Right,
We're talking
I'm-
about
I'm
the
talking
dating
about
days.
dating.
Okay.
And well, I mean,
But
it's
during
both.
the dating-
But in this situation, for me,
it's too early.
I'm talking about the beginning parts before you're my girl. I'm not gonna communicate with you. I'm
Oh,
just
well,
gonna watch
that's
how you
different.
move.
Yeah.
And if you doing shit online, I'm just falling back, going somewhere else.
Yeah, that's
That's
different.
what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Now, when I'm in a relationship with a woman and we're monogamous, that's my girl now. That's when I start communicating. Like, okay.
Yeah, but as time
This
is going
happened.
on and you decide to make her your girlfriend, isn't it getting like? Aren't you moving different more and more? Like when you get close to her
The
being a
more
girlfriend?
serious the relationship gets.
Yeah.
the
So what's
different-
that?
more
Is there
different
like
we
a
move.
certain time frame for you? Like what do you? How you move?
I mean, I put myself. I might be the only one. I give myself a 3-month limit on
Okay.
dating. When I
That's
date
cool.
a woman, after 3 months, you're either gonna become my girl or a booty call. That's it.
Okay.
And that's.
Do you girls
That's
or
all.
ladies have
After
like
3 months, y'all, he.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I actually, I mean, do the rest of the guys have something like that? Like Jason said, or ladies? Do you guys have like
I
something?
feel like ladies should be moving
Whatever
the same
happens.
way.
Like, no,
Like,
really.
if you feel like he's not giving you what you want within a time frame too, then it just
I feel 3 months is
But
I
that's
think. I think.
That's
It takes time.
like a 90-day job
I
period.
don't put a time limit
It
on
takes
it.
time to build shit.
it does take time to build shit.
But if I wait 3 months of my time, but I ain't even gonna give it 3 months. If within that 1 or 2 months, right? I know if I'm gonna want to be with you or not.
Hello,
I know
I
that
mean,
shit. I'm gonna know that shit.
Yeah.
Now, so I'm not gonna give you 3 months. I mean, probably
Okay.
a month and a half.
Like me, honestly.
No, I say 3
I'm
months.
not-
That's
I'm
what I'm
going
saying.
to-
I can
Yeah.
end that at any time during the.
But other than that, I'm not gonna wait. I got them.
It's not even
Right.
a real time limit. It's
Right.
just like I like women that could accommodate to my lifestyle. So if they bring more harm than help, then I'ma leave.
That's
Like,
Faster than 3 months, right?
Yeah.
Right. And if you have children, you know, you're looking at different,
Exactly.
you know, you may know. or
Right,
may
but you
not
should
know.
know that in the first 3
But
months.
like if I can
months
see
is
the
good.
potential, like I'm gonna give it some chances. But if I don't see
You
any
should know
results,
by
I'm gonna-
Exactly.
I think 3 months is really good timeline.
Right. So that's why I say 3 months, because it's a lot of effort that I put into to dating a woman. And I
It's a
don't-
lot of
Yeah,
time.
it takes
It's a lot of time, a lot of
Energy.
money. It's a lot of money spent.
Yeah, for
So
both
like,
parties.
Yeah,
at some
for both
point,
parties.
it's like.
I think at 3 months you should be able to know if y'all are gonna be able to communicate.
Yeah.
You know, like y'all should be moving towards being able to understand communicating.
Women want to hold on to it longer than they should. I feel like women should move how men move in that aspect. Like if it doesn't
can't.
work,
What?
well,
Yeah.
It's
Wait,
hard.
what
as
aspect?
in
hard.
if it's not working for you, you guys switch up real
Yeah.
quick. You have to
Well,
be
But you
well,
gotta, you
hold on,
gotta
here, hold on.
understand, we fight a lot of times. We fight a lot of
Yeah,
times, and y'all don't even
okay.
see that shit. Y'all don't even see that shit.
Yeah, that's
We don't hear
true.
it
Nobody
either.
said
We
it
fight
wasn't true, but
you
still,
don't notice
you're
it.
able to disassociate the emotion on no part
Y'all
from
are
it being
not.
logical. Well, baby, I am. That's the
No,
thing.
stop. Hold
So-
on. Listen, hold on, Kelvin. Like in those 3 months, or however long you're dating this guy for, yeah, before that's your man now, right? How are you moving though? Like, are you moving like him? You can't move like him, right? You have to move like the woman in the relationship, and he has to move like the man in the relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
Agreed?
Agree.
Okay, so when you say moving, we need to move like him. What do you mean?
She means like how you guys process.
As
for
in,
dating.
if you guys are not able to do what you just said,
Mm,
you should be able to recognize that and be like, this not working,
okay.
and let it go instead of staying in it and it becomes toxic.
I think the thing that
So-
makes it harder for women to be able to move in that way is, as they keep pointing out, we're more emotional. It's the emotion versus the logic.
Exactly.
So a lot of women do hold on because we are more emotional, and
And we
although
wanna
our
fix
logic
it.
tells us we should flip that light switch off, we want to hold on a little bit longer. Whereas they be like, "Nah, fuck that shit."
That's what I mean.
Like, that's all she's saying.
Everybody should have both. Men and women, like
Change.
I understand. I understand.
We'll never be compatible if you have.
we're never
if we
going to
both
be the
have
same because y'all are men and we are women. Yes. I
Bro, why
get
y'all
it.
trying to be like us?
We're not trying to be like
And then y'all take our shit and then act like we don't know what's
I
going
can
on.
never be a man. I love being a woman. What you talking about?
But
Me
being
being a woman
logical
doesn't mean I
isn't
can't
like
be logical.
a
Like, I'm a
characteristic.
boss
That's
too.
not
Like, I
true.
have to be a leader too. Like,
Yes.
you got to be
Right.
logical.
See, there's a certain
Well,
time you have to be a leader.
It's
Right.
a certain
When it
time
comes
now.
to your
I can
man,
still be
when it comes to
behind you
your
and you
man.
be a leader and you trust what I say because
Right.
I'm fucking logical. Duh. Like, if you have a woman beside you that
Yeah.
you can be like, if you have a woman beside you that you can't come to for like serious shit,
You gotta keep it
and we're
pushing.
that intimate, that shit is just.
That's
What are y'all
crazy.
doing? That's my point.
What's the strongest piece on the chessboard?
The queen.
Oh.
The king.
The
Checkmate.
king.
You still a leader.
The
You
king.
still
Lose the game if you
wait,
don't
it's
get the
still,
king.
it's still on you. I'm not
We
gonna
didn't hear
take that
you.
role
We didn't hear you. Hold on. Reverse.
The
Ask the question
king is the
again.
most
Oh.
important.
Most
Ask the
powerful.
question again. He
The
didn't
game
hear
is
you.
done if
Most
the king loses.
powerful.
Powerful,
did.
but the king is more.
really done.
But what that means is, so
If the queen
as a
is
king,
gone
is
off
the
the
game
you
board,
got your queen.
You're
Before you
really
make any
done,
decision, Before you make any decision, you gonna go and you gonna be like, babe, if you really trust her,
You should be able
you should be able to go ahead and be like, babe, look, this is what I'm thinking about doing. I think about doing X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
Because the same way y'all think logically, we see things that y'all don't see the same way y'all see things that we don't see.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to be a partnership, it's supposed to be a team. Your queen never gonna put you on that front line to just get ate the fuck up or to just fail.
And vice
We gotta-
versa.
We
I get
gotta
that.
vice versa.
Like,
Yeah, but my queen got me out here looking like a
Exactly.
joker.
I guess you
Goddamn
got
right.
You ain't got a queen.
You don't have to be then.
I
You
gotta
don't got a queen.
I gotta
This
be
whole
the
conversation
I
feel like
agree
it's
with
been
that.
talking about a relationship versus like coming into a relationship.
come
Yeah, I
coming
think we
into-
did on
coming
different
into a
ways.
relationship
I've been trying to
is
bring it
what
back
are we
to
both
that.
bringing
I think
to
what
the
it comes
table.
down to is we talk about dating, but we're all old enough
Well,
and
even
grown
dating.
enough that we're looking for a relationship if
Yeah,
we're moving
I
that
think
way.
that's
Like we are
Yeah,
moving
Yeah,
that
so
way.
before a
So
relationship is still dating, so I gotta
In
know
the
I can date you
beginning,
before I can have a
yeah.
relationship.
we're not on Bumble.
So in the aspect,
like,
if I
to
can
hook
date
up
you, that
with people.
means
We're
I gotta
trying to
know
find-
what you're bringing to the table versus what I'm bringing to the table.
yeah.
Like if we come into a relationship, I got a crib, I'm more stable. You come into a relationship, we
Right.
may both have past traumas. You see what I'm saying? But your past traumas coming with kids, your past traumas coming with maybe
Right.
some type of instability.
But
But I'm just saying because now the next thing you know you hating certain kids. I know women who don't like they daughters a certain way or their sons a certain way because of the father. You see what I'm saying? Or their daughters just because it's a younger female. I don't know the psychology.
Hopefully after 3 months,
But
you
I'm
should
just saying
know.
at the same time coming into it before the 3-month period, like the first week period. You see what I'm saying? How are we coming into the relationship?
Spiritual connection.
Early as that. If you don't feel it,
Yeah. So what are we bringing?
Like
And then based off of what are we
connection,
and I
bringing?
think that's what people
And
think
then
I
based off
need.
what are we bringing, what are we compensating? Based off of what are we bringing? You see what I'm saying? So if you bringing this, how am I compensating? If I'm bringing X and you bringing Y, but your Y is higher than my X, then what am I compensating? What am I compensating to catch up? Because it's all about balance.
Exactly.
Everything in life is balance. If we're not balanced, then this nigga's gonna be a toxic situation anyway.
And why do you agree that when you're that sometimes you have to review the compensation plan, right?
Yeah,
No, I'm saying so like that's where that teamwork and all that should like come together.
Even if
That's
you don't
what-
communicate that, honestly, because sometimes I don't be communicating shit. But I feel like if this not working, I'm gone because
Yeah, but what I'm asking though is what I'm talking about is what's making you valuable as a. I'm talking about for
what's
men.
making me
What is a
valuable?
high value man,
Uh-huh.
and how do you see that, and how we see a high value woman. So
Okay.
in those 3 months of me, which is basically an audition for boyfriend and girlfriend, right? You auditioning to me to be my girl, and I'm auditioning to you to be your man. That's how we should see it, right? So what are you doing in that audition to make me want you to be my girl? That's what I'm. And I feel like in those 3 months, women aren't auditioning. They're wanting us to audition and not doing nothing in
It should
return.
be-
And that's how we see it. That's how you feel.
I feel like it should be mutual. Honestly, I feel like
But how can it be mutual without the understanding? So if you were to say money, muscles, frame, game, and then you were to say muscles, frame, purity, and
It's hard to come
nurturing,
to
okay?
But that's what-
it's
For an
a
example, right?
rarity to come to a mutual situation,
There-
me to a girl, and we on a mutual grounds.
Right.
It's a
think it's
rarity.
it's rare.
It's
However,
rare. You
okay,
gotta know where you
nurturing,
at. I know
right?
where I'm at, and then now if I'm on a higher level than you
It
versus
is
your lower
rare,
level,
because
then
some
guess
people
what? Well,
like
who's
that.
gonna
No,
have
it
to
is.
compensate
It
to get
is.
balance?
Right.
You see what
Because
I'm saying?
what I
What are
see
you gonna
all
have
the
to
time-
give up to give balance?
There's still
What-
balance, and there's still
What I see
altering
all the
within
time
those 4
is in
categories
those
on
3
each
months,
side.
I'm taking out on dates like through these 3 months,
Right.
paying for everything. I don't
Okay.
like my girl. Like when I'm dating someone, I'm not paying for that. Plus stupid. if you-
Stop the
I'm
cow.
not
Stop the
paying-
cow.
I'm not paying for
I don't
that.
feel like you.
Right.
I'm
But
sorry.
here's the
Jason.
problem: when she comes home, when she comes back to my house, and then she leaves my house a mess. And she don't. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I want to see that nurturing, that homemaker. I
Right.
want to see her
Right,
clean
right.
And
something
that
up
is a great. that
while
goes
she's
for
at my
one.
house.
And
I
nurturing, I
want
like
her to make me a meal while she's at my house. Something.
I love that.
In these
Yeah,
3
yeah.
months,
Something that
because
can-
these are the 4 things that men want.
You know what I love
Yeah.
about that
Nurturing.
is nurturing doesn't necessarily have to just be. Does that person want to have children? Right? Not every man
Nurturing is
wants to
not
have
always
kids.
like-
Right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
like nurturing, you
I
know,
feel so
you know what I'm saying about that.
You want
Like
somebody
it's
that
that.
acts
It's
You
Right.
need to
Yes.
nurture your man
And it can
too,
be
so he
nurturing
can
your
go
man,
out. and
yeah.
your man,
I'm taking it,
you
yeah,
know,
I
loving you
understand.
and your kids or whatever,
Yeah.
right?
So that's
Motherly
what I mean
and loving your
by
man. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, that makes
And
But
that's
women
very
ain't
valid.
doing none of that.
Well, no,
Well,
that's not true because
not
I'm
all
not
In
women.
everyone.
my
That's not true.
experience,
Not
and
all
most
women.
men today,
In my
Because-
experience, I could say men ain't shit, but I can't say that because if I
We
say
can
that,
say a lot of women ain't shit.
But
Yeah,
you
you
can't
know,
say that.
that's
Hey,
what I'm saying.
But
but
we
what
not
I'm saying
saying
is
That's what I'm
like.
saying.
That's why we on here so we can be better and be something. We want we want y'all to be shit. Y'all, you know, like
I get
how
exactly
we
what you're
book the
saying.
conversation.
Yeah, I get
no.
exactly what you're
I have a
Right.
question for the ladies about the whole purity thing when it comes to the males looking for purity in a woman. Okay, all right.
Yeah,
What does
sure.
that even mean?
What
Just
is
means
that?
don't
We
get
had a
Don't
big
be
thing about
virgin.
this.
That's the main.
Waiting for your
But
That's the
turn.
main.
They
That's
don't
the
want the
first.
virgin.
That's the first. If you can't pass that first, listen. Don't be a hoe. Everything else. don't
The
even matter.
person that you fucking with shouldn't be a hoe. You shouldn't be a hoe, so don't do that shit.
If you got my
How
boys,
be a
goddamn
hoe?
Kiki
Women
and
don't
Answer
say
that
How
question.
be a hoe?
How are men hoes?
No,
How
they
men
said men
hoes?
can't be hoes.
Men
How
can't
men
be
hoes?
I
Answer
said
the
they're
question.
fuckboys.
Answer the question. How men hoes?
So how would you like to be
How women
titled?
hoes?
How would you like?
So, I'm a-
how would you like it to be labeled for you? Like the
Fuckboy.
same way you
Women
want
just
to-
like me.
I want to know how.
Okay, so we don't want
This is
men
just
to be
happening.
like
So
women.
listen. You, I can have a. Listen though, I can have a girlfriend. I can have a girlfriend, and a woman would still mess with me. I'm not
So
taking.
will a man.
And you're a
I'm not
fuckboy.
gonna take it.
And you're a
I'm not- no.
fuckboy.
For a high value.
Not really. No.
For a high
How many
value-
times a woman to get away from her man just to go fuck another man?
Okay.
I'm just saying.
If you're trying to be in a relationship and move with loyalty,
How many? Wait, hold on. How many times a woman gonna call me a fuckboy because I'm the hot commodity?
Exactly. You can't call me a fucking everything.
Yes.
You can't do that.
go be a hot commodity or go be a
What y'all better
husband.
realize, we can stand around and women will come up to you regardless. Like
Same.
that's the
Same
crazy
thing.
thing. Not like
the reason,
no.
listen,
They don't want to
hold
say
on.
it.
Listen,
Listen,
what I'm
not
saying
like-
is,
listen.
Kelvin, wait a minute, let me get this out, because I don't know what y'all talking about.
We're talking about
What
purity.
I'm talking about, purity is
and-
just don't be a hoe, right?
Yeah.
But when y'all say
But
say
you
men
care about
can
our
be
past.
hoes, men can't be hoes.
We can't.
Let me explain why. Men can't be hoes any more than women can be players. It don't work out that way,
Players
right?
and hoes are
And
different.
this is why. Y'all control access
Right.
to the pussy.
Exactly.
Y'all control access to
If you
it.
don't get it,
We have to work for it. Y'all could go into any bar, club, look at a man and just
Exactly.
point to your
But
shit. And
a lot of
okay.
people are
Exactly.
becoming
Men
so
will fuck
cheap
whatever.
that women are just
Exactly.
giving their pussy
Like,
anyhow.
yeah, where a
And
man-
I'm not,
and men
but
are-
right.
A man
That's
has
the
to
reason
stand
why.
around. A man can
Because you
stand
give
around
it
and wait. If a man ain't gonna
Men
come
have
talk
to
to him,
work.
he can
They
stand
have
around
to
and wait.
work.
And a woman gonna come
And
talk
what's
to him.
easy is not
A
respected.
lot of men don't even work for shit because we're just giving it to them.
Well,
And
that's
a lot
that
of-
whole phase.
So how's the man a hoe?
Exactly. How a man a hoe?
So how's the man is the hoe? If they just gonna give it
But
to
how
him.
you
Because
ask for
the
something
man
that you can't
is
even
just
provide
taking it from
yourself?
What you
everyone.
mean?
How are you
too.
asking for someone to be pure, but you're
Isn't
not
it
pure
two
yourself?
people
You're dirty.
fucking it?
No,
Like,
we
how
don't.
many
But
women
women don't
No, like we might move like
Women
that
don't care
because
about like men do.
you move like a
Because we
pygmy,
are
like a
different, y'all. We
pygmy, like
understand that.
you.
Yeah, but then when you're chosen, you're like, oh, still pick
Y'all think we
me.
want to pick me?
No.
Y'all think we
Like-
want a man that's fucking?
No, that's not
No,
no. Yes,
that's
no,
not-
that's not no.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so to me,
Listen,
so wait, hold
y'all
on.
can get fucked 12 times a day. That's what I'm trying to tell
I
you.
heard you, but
That's what
to
I'm trying
me,
to tell y'all.
I
By
feel
different
like.
dicks. That's what I'm trying to tell
And
y'all.
y'all can play
Every man can't even fuck 3 different bitches in one day. That's what I'm trying to say.
So to me, I feel like a man should be able to have self-control. Like
That.
you shouldn't cheapen yourself. You shouldn't be fucking everybody. Like you should be valuing yourself. Cause you're a prize too. Like
It's a
you
bio-
fucking a lot of these women that are trash.
It's a biological
That makes you
You
not
got
trash.
community
to that
dick.
question.
Y'all both trash.
Right.
How?
It's a natural.
All right, so what
Agrees
you
that
doing?
everybody's had a moment where that happens, but hopefully we're not
Like, can we
moving
get a
on.
drink to that? Can we get a drink to that?
Drink to that.
Listen, I stand on the fact that women don't take.
It's a natural situation that happens with that because men naturally, just like springtime, right?
We're built for that.
Like springtime. Fuck
Hey.
your kids, fuck your car, fuck your house. Pollen everywhere. That's sperm everywhere.
Yeah.
Just like we eat a bunch, just like sperm everywhere, it's only gonna fall on what? Certain ground that becomes fertile. It's not overrun with fucking trees and plants out here because it only falls on certain grounds that becomes fertile. Same way men are from nature, we can get 1 billion sperm, but same way the female has to what? Choose the certain ones. Now you can have 8 tuplets. That's 8 babies, but that's billions of sperm that made them fucking 8 tuplets. You see what I'm saying? So men, nature wise, shoot out more because we got more area to shoot out. You know what I mean? But it still only falls on a certain amount of area.
You're looking at it from
because
an
that's a
ethical
female
What?
situation.
What is that?
What?
No, because nature will tell you how to move. That's how it's Okay, but that's like the trees.
Bring it back.
It's about survival. It's about survival in your offspring. It's not about ethical.
We are living in the fucking wild.
What are you talking
We are
about?
animals.
We never left. We never
Hey,
left.
I think this is when we need to share the flowers
Y'all
with
better get as
these.
much as y'all can because
We never left the wild.
Alright, so
we never did. It's clear.
Okay, back to purity. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
literally.
anyways,
Reverse.
so
Yeah,
last
yeah.
time, this is for the ladies to kind of get an update. So those are the 4 that we sort of like, strongly agreed on, and then same with the men. Doesn't mean there's not more. Doesn't mean there's not less. Give or take. But with purity, okay. Yes, we talked about a hoe face, but we also talked about purity and then men caring about their past, right? But then also not wanting a virgin. Okay, so. Are you looking for purity in your?
Don't want a virgin.
I don't. None of
I
y'all.
don't teach nobody how
None
to
of
for a wife.
Right.
They can't
For a wife.
perform as well because
Okay,
they
so
don't
that-
I get bored with it.
Lie.
I get bored with it.
You're gonna see what
I'm gonna teach your ass too. At the same time.
you're gonna see what
It doesn't mean.
I'm gonna get mine. You better
Hey,
get
man, you know. I can teach you though. I can
It
teach.
doesn't mean that
But
you
see, I'm
guys
talking
are
about this one particular
dismissing
woman,
a
like-
virgin. That's not what I'm saying. I
You
don't
can
mean
have
y'all.
multiple wives out here. You see what I'm saying? Because we are meant to plant seeds. Y'all can have one birth at one
Well,
time.
99.9% of the seeds have been
So
planted.
what are we saying?
But I can have 100
Let me
babies
talk,
out here.
and I'll tell you. No,
No, I'm not saying be pure, but in the
No,
aspect
But
of
it's a different type of purity.
I don't think purity is it. It's like it's loyalty and honesty. Like it's not purity. Like
Yes,
that's
it
not
is.
right.
I
Look up the
mean-
definition of purity and share it to the table then.
If I got
We
10
talking
wives
about
and 2
sexual
pure, I'm gonna do
purity.
2 pure.
So if I'm
you're
loyal
two
and honest,
different.
then I am pure, and I am pure to you. I
No,
don't give
because
a
I
shit
feel
what I
like
did
there's more
yesterday,
women these
last
days
year,
that have
year
drunk
So
before.
women.
should we accept that men were gonna
I
have like
think-
multiple women and
Yeah,
we
because
should
nature
No,
in
no.
line and be like number 2 or 3 and 4 and not fight
I'm
about
not,
it?
I'm not
Like,
saying that y'all
all
need to
can
do
have
that.
him, right? Or
Listen, I'm not saying that y'all need to do that, but I see a lot more women taking a man back after cheating than men doing the same
yeah,
thing.
because
Because we
It
care
can
more
take- it can
about
take one
purity
time and we
than
go.
y'all do.
So you're looking.
And I'm not saying that y'all don't care about it, but y'all care about it much less than we do. It's all I'm saying. It's not in your top 4.
What is it?
Purity is not in
Loyalty
your
and
top 4,
honesty, which is in the frame.
I'm talking about purity, your past, before I met you. If I know you you a hoe, if you operate like a hoe, when in those 3 months of me dating you, and I could tell you operate like a hoe, you move with hoe tendencies. You understand? Nothing's moving past those 3 months. It's never happened.
but he don't even if he is like that I agree.
That's what I mean.
Hey,
It's
vice
your
versa.
purity.
You too.
I'm not. I don't like. Obviously, when we talk about when we together, yes, that's loyalty, all that. I'm talking about purity. I don't want to know that you went through a whole. If my girl told me, "Oh, back in the day, I used to be a player."
So
No,
you want
you
face
just told
value,
me you was a
face
hoe
value
back in
purity,
the day.
face value
I
purity.
did.
Yeah,
You just told me you was a hoe.
Face value purity.
And I don't want to know about your past. I want that.
If we're dating and we're not exclusive, I don't want to know who you're talking to either.
Yeah,
I
that's not my
don't.
business.
You
I
could
don't
be
care.
fucking her. I don't want to know about it.
Purity as
Like,
presentation.
So
Exactly,
yeah.
but what I mean is that when I say men care about it more, I believe, truly believe, that men care about it more than women, because more men are happy with the virgin than women. Women want a man who knows what they're doing in the bedroom, who they don't have to train. Men are fine with teaching a woman what to do, because then she's gonna know exactly what to do every time after, and she's only gonna get better at it.
For you or for them?
For me, it's gonna get
Because
better.
he
Right?
enjoys it.
That's what you were hoping, right?
Huh?
Because you want it for you, right?
Sex?
But I personally don't
With
feel
your
like
woman.
Sex is reciprocal.
With your woman.
But like, she wants a man that knows what he's doing.
Right.
So that's why I mean it's okay for a man
Right.
to have
I know
a
plenty
little
of
bit
virgins that want
of
virgins.
experience.
Right.
And not like y'all don't really care about a man's body count. Y'all have never looked at it.
We
in that
care
way.
about honesty
Men
and
care
honesty
about
and
that
loyalty and
because
purity
y'all,
current.
when y'all
We
date
care
a
about
man
that
in
too.
those 3-month period, y'all are looking into the future. Y'all seeing, do I have a future with this man? Do I see him
Yeah,
work
and
ethic?
men
Is he
don't.
what kind of
I
job does he
agree.
have? Does he
So
make
I
good
said
money?
men
But
should do the
men
same
don't
thing.
men don't approach it that way.
Yeah.
Men look at your past. when they're dating. in the
Yeah,
first
and
few
that's
months.
smart.
We're looking because we think your past dictates your future.
Yeah.
Because if I got 6 kids, you might move different.
Because
if I
if I don't think like that and I'm dealing with you now, what you doing now dictates the future. I could have just looked at your past and.
Right.
But I don't agree
friends.
with the your past dictates your future.
It doesn't always.
Not
It
always.
doesn't
Not
always.
always, but it
but-
says something about it.
Nah, but if you got enough stories to where my homeboys
Yeah.
keep in
A
behind my
lot of
back,
people
like,
change.
yeah.
So.
Well,
Okay.
what of your past is maybe currently present or
If you're still
in your
moving that
relationship,
way.
right? Right? You know, you can't take people's past experiences and use them, you know, to
Against
their
them.
expense.
Until you get to know the person.
But
if you tell me your past, I'm gonna look at you in your past.
Right,
at that point,
and it's sort
till
of
you prove me different.
No, for sure.
Till
And
you
it's
prove me
like, you know, and exactly. But you can't just take their past and put it current unless
Yes, I can.
I'm not. Listen, but there's more to it than
That what
just
currently I think about you.
assuming that your past is going to be your
But show me
future.
different.
If I thought
Assuming I shared my
give you
past
chance.
with you.
Listen,
I'm gonna give you a chance,
I could
though.
know that you went through a whole phase, and
Yeah.
I truly believe most women have had an old phase at
Or
some
can
point in
have
their
it.
life.
An O phase?
Both of them.
That'd be
A whole
nice.
phase at some point in
An
their
O
life.
phase, not an O phase.
But it's still.
Listen,
Never
CK,
had one.
Go ahead.
but like, if there's a problem, let's say, for example, right? I'm dating a girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're in this 3-month period, right? And she says something like, "I used to be a player back in the day," or she's bringing up exes all the
You
time.
don't even know that.
Right.
Huh?
I don't know why she didn't say that.
A girl has said that to me before.
That's crazy.
But like, because they think in this equality feminism thing that they think that they can operate the same way
I can't say that.
as men can. And
Yeah.
a man would never tell a woman I was a
That's not.
Like-
That's like saying
That's-
I used to be gay. And then
Right.
trying
When
to-
I say
that's
move
like the
like that in
equivalent.
the man, it means exactly how y'all move. They should move. So if she doing that, she's
right, but
just.
like, don't think that I'm looking for.
But then when we
what
do
I'm
that
looking
shit, y'all
for-
call it spite.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
I don't mean it.
Exactly.
I
Y'all
don't
kinda
mean
say
it
spiteful.
to attack you. It's not even about you. It's about me.
It's about
If
women.
you're not compatible with me, I need to be able to recognize that. Like that means you're not compatible, y'all.
That's just
that
that
means
light
y'all not
switch.
gonna
That
work.
light
Because
switch.
somebody's
Okay,
gonna be
it's
able
not
to move how
working.
you want
Flip
them
the
to
light switch
move.
off.
Yo.
That's all she's saying.
Has
She's
any
not.
of y'all
It's
been
not
to therapy
taking off.
before? Any of y'all?
I don't need therapy.
Yeah.
I don't need
Flowing,
therapy.
I've been to
Yeah,
therapy.
Nobody's
no,
been
I'm
to
Hey, I've been
That's always the answer.
You know,
Always the
blunt,
answer.
roll that bitch
Like
up.
some of
We'll
these
figure out
things
what to
are
do with
like-
this shit. Yeah, no, I don't need no damn
That's just
therapy.
how I think.
podcast is good
I'm
therapy.
very emotional, but I'm very logical too. So like,
How you go?
And
a lot
understand
of-
Me personally, I look at a therapist like, yeah, your life might be just as fucked up as mine. What I
They
need
is. That's
information
why
for
they
you,
in that
like,
field to help other
Exactly. I
people,
don't need no
'cause they
information
like-
for you. Your life fucked up as mine.
everybody like
You by
to
yourself,
fuck
ain't you?
somehow.
I was saying, no, everybody's funny, yeah, but
And your woman is gonna be 10 times more nurturing to you if you can just take that leap of faith and be vulnerable and at least try to like.
I disagree with that.
Yeah,
I disagree with that vulnerability.
You
Because
can't
I
show
think subconsciously.
vulnerability.
I feel like you can't.
You think something wrong
I
with
feel
me?
like both parties
Yeah,
can't be
yeah.
100% vulnerable.
I didn't say 100%.
Because I can't. I know I can't.
No, that's okay.
Oh,
Not in everything.
yeah,
Not
everything.
100%. But if your
If you
man
cry
is
in
always
every
following
day,
It should be
you,
a
Exactly,
good.
about the
It
bullshit.
should be a
Yeah,
good
balance.
mutual
Both
level
parties can't
that
be
both
100%
y'all agree
vulnerable,
with.
but female gotta be more vulnerable than men because
Because
it's
we're
that
women
ass-
and we have a role as
It's
well.
that
We have
aspect of
our
man
roles, y'all
protecting.
have y'all roles.
I
at the
see.
same
What do
time.
you feel like? What do you mean by that? Like, I don't mean 100%. I just mean that you guys
A
are
man is
willing
supposed to
to
be a
at
rock.
least.
Cause the nigga got going.
Man, man,
Here's the
nigga
thing,
funny.
man's gonna
but
be
here's
a
the
rock,
thing, though.
yeah, but
Are there ever? So y'all keep saying this is sex. A man's supposed to be a rock, absolutely.
Yeah.
But when you fall weak, is your woman not supposed to be able to be your rock too?
That's
Or your
when she-
diamond.
That's when the
Okay.
percentage.
That's what we
That's
tell you
when
right
it
there.
comes in.
It's like-
That's why we
We're
say.
That's
talking
when
about
that comes in
different
handy.
stages. This
But
is
then,
different.
like,
So,
don't do that. So,
obviously
in
it's
that
different.
scenario,
They keep going back to
when
the
a man
beginning part
comes, like
still.
man has vulnerability, and he shows this to you, and maybe the relationship isn't as strong as it could be, and another man comes and he is that rock and he's filling that void of that support that you might need at that moment. I think that's when sometimes things go straight.
Yeah,
But-
because I hate it when I need my man to be the rock and he fails me and he's not able to like.
Well, not all men can be right.
But
Like,
not all
are-
women.
We all have our each have our
What?
I don't know. I disagree. We we're gonna have our moments. We're gonna have our times where you gonna fall short, and I'm gonna be strong for you. I'm gonna fall short, and you gonna be strong for me. Me personally, I'm not like most women. I love for my man to be vulnerable. I love to see because he's so tough and he's so hard all the time. I love that he can come from.
But see, that's all I'm saying. That's not 50-50 though. That's not like 50% he's strong.
No.
She love that though.
He's 100.
I know. I'm saying I would love when that low 10%, 5% when I'm vulnerable. That's what I need you to fucking take.
Exactly.
But it can't be 50-50.
5%. Not 50-50. 5%.
I never said anything about a 50-50. What I said was, I love the fact that my man feels like he can be vulnerable and that he can be emotional with me. When he's feeling down, when he's feeling out, because he's so tough and hardcore.
But it's conditional.
99% of the time. And what that looks like to me is, you love me and you trust me enough with that. You love me and trust me enough to know I'm not going to throw that in your face. You love me and trust me enough to know I'm going to hold your hand.
That's wifey versus transparency.
That sounds good on paper.
Talking about wife.
That's wifey.
Don't you want to wife?
That's wifey.
Until the line gets crossed on that fight.
You can't do that shit while niggas dating.
Never have I ever,
but men do that too. That character flaw, men do that too.
Oh, no, man.
So I don't.
What was that?
What was what?
Explain
the
it again.
character flaw.
No, I'm just saying, like, using, like, vulnerabilities.
Using
against
against
you.
you. Because you know how many
holster.
niggas I would tell like a personal thing. I'm playing my role, be the one that's sharing my vulnerable side to you, and then you use that shit against me.
Men can be very manipulative.
Yeah, that's a feminine.
Women are very manipulative.
It's a feminine. But they exist right now. There's numbers behind those group of
It's Atlanta. It's a lot of feminine niggas exist.
What I'm saying is like,
But I think y'all take men manipulation for being masculine. I think that's what y'all take.
No, we don't.
Because-
No, I take it for being the opposite.
We gotta
It's
be,
weak.
I'm saying we gotta be
You're
a man in some
manipulating-
situations. Y'all, the way y'all talk, y'all understand y'all mouthpieces are motherfuckers. The way y'all talk to motherfucking shit like that, you still
you
gotta.
can't say that for every woman though, because the way I talk to you, I guarantee you, me and my man get into it, I'm not talking to him like I'm like that, okay?
Exactly.
I'm talking to him very calm because at the end of the day, you're a man and I'm not trying to disrespect you. I'm not gonna say anything that's gonna hurt you.
But that's
I'm not gonna say
that's a
anything.
woman right there.
And that's not the norm.
That's only
that's what we said.
that 2%. That 2%. That 2%. That 2% of women that does
And
it.
guess what?
And
When
2%
he
of
get
women
mad
that
and he
does
feel like he want to disrespect me, he'll just remove himself from the conversation.
Exactly.
So he's not doing the disrespect.
That's what I'm
But I
saying.
do understand it's not like that. I done been in relationships where I have been that mouthpiece. I have been that big boy. I've
What
been
you saying and what you doing can be two different things as a female.
and that's true too,
For a
but
man
not as a
too.
female in general. People say and do things completely different because what y'all saying could be a completely different way from the way that y'all moving as well. I can't speak for everybody. I hate to say all men move this way or all men do that because not all men are the same. I done dealt with some ain't shit ass niggas. I done dealt with some great niggas. I done dealt with some okay type of niggas. But at the same time, I like to sit back and look at people. College major. I'm gonna look at how your brain works. I'm not gonna deal with everybody the same way. But that's just me. I can't speak for everybody. I'm with the person who I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with. Why I'm gonna use my words to attack you or to break you down? Why I'm gonna use your actions?
That's wifey.
Don't say this. No, right? Hey, don't you?
I think it's
don't you
natural
want a wife?
for a woman to test the
I'm
man.
bad, y'all.
I
They
think
gotta keep
it is
But
important
you'll
for
never be a
woman to
wife
test
if
the
you're
man.
not a high quality woman,
To
and you'll
test
never be a husband
his
if you're not a
tolerance.
high
Okay, so
quality.
what equates a high quality woman?
I don't either. I don't like high quality.
I can't.
Listen.
From an evolutionary perspective, I think it's important for a woman to test a man to see if he can take this. Because when you go you to know if a man can take this or not.
Women
So
are
that's
spiritual.
why you test the
Women
man.
are spiritual. Y'all bring shit out of nothing and bring it to reality. Men we been physical. We gonna stay
That's what I'm
physical.
saying,
We gonna
man.
take care of the physical round. We gonna be the niggas who gonna go down. What's that, babe? Let me go down and check it out. We gonna take the first bullet because y'all gotta get away to hold the next generation going on.
That's pride.
So that spiritual aspect is always gonna be inherently in y'all. But now we deal a lot of situations because your mind controls your body. So everything on TV, the
All right,
media.
all right,
They
hold
control
on.
what? They control what our minds think. So now the females is turning more masculine, and the men are turning more feminine, and getting it more to emotional shit. And now we got to get back to men ain't gonna have no physical shit.
Capitalism.
And women naturally have been the ones who have been conquered.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because men
But
come
y'all
through
wanna
and say,
show
okay,
them.
I want to be with the man who can provide. The man who did knock this nigga out, and guess what? Now I can goddamn ride off in the sunset with this nigga versus the nigga who got knocked out. Now I gotta baby this nigga, wake this nigga up, pull this nigga into the car.
Swear.
You know what I mean?
got knocked the fuck out.
You got knocked the fuck out.
Bitch!
You should make that
The reason why I say that men can't be vulnerable like women can be with they like obviously when we in a marriage like we deep in the relationship, we 5 years in, we married or something, like we deep in our relationship, we love each other. Then when that love and trust is established, then we can start to become a little more vulnerable with y'all. But at the beginning, even certainly through those first 3 months and even probably the first year of a relationship, maybe year and a half, you can't be that vulnerable. Like, and there's different levels to vulnerability, right? So like obviously as the love grows, the level of vulnerability, as the trust grows, the level of vulnerability grows, right? But also y'all not gonna respect a man who's too vulnerable with y'all.
I don't believe
y'all.
I disagree.
Let me say my point. All right, before y'all disagree with me. My point is that the reason why I say that is that I've seen time and time again, I've heard stories, people who will be vulnerable with a woman, and all of a sudden their woman has lost attraction to them because of it. And it depends on what it is. He could be vulnerable, he'd been holding shit in for 6 months, not being vulnerable with you, and then all of a sudden, boom, he's hit that wall. Now all that shit came out in one time, and all you saw was we're out of peanut butter, and now everything's coming out, and all you saw was fucking peanut butter. But it's not. It's just 6 months worth of fucking bullshit that he's been holding in.
So you need to be strong and vulnerable, not weak.
I tell men, to find your fucking man.
And we hold
find your boys.
Find your girls.
When y'all come home from work, who we listen to? We listen to all the bitches and shit.
Wait.
But y'all gotta understand, it's hard to balance our life, then we gotta balance our emotions. It's a lot of shit.
And then we gotta balance our life with all this shit.
We do so.
Yes, you do.
As a man, we do got to worry. We gotta protect, provide, and do all this shit too. We got the world on our shoulders. Exactly.
Hold on. Drake is strong, boy.
Now, most of the other people aren't. That y'all.
Finish what you were saying though.
Alright. So
Be strong in your physicality. Be strong in your physicality, but be strong in your emotionality too.
I think
listen, our strength
Like being a play, sharing your emotions.
y'all not understanding. Men feel the need to take care of y'all, right? And so when we are being vulnerable with you, we feel like we're not doing our job because now you're taking care of me. And I'm putting you in a position where you have to take care of me. And now I feel weak as a man. Right?
Okay, I
And
can
I get you.
Wait,
That makes
So
sense.
I'm not
Imagine if a
trying to
nigga
put
come
my
home every
woman
day
through
and
that.
be
I'm
arguing.
supposed to hold you down. Like so that's why we look for a woman who's nurturing.
Nah, man,
Because
you
a woman
come
who's
home
nurturing
every day and
is
we
gonna
complain
lift us
about our
up
day at the job.
and get us out of it and let us be vulnerable with you without putting shit
Yeah,
on you.
pressure on
a
that
woman that's nurtured has to make you feel comfortable to be able to do that.
Right, and also it makes us feel comfortable where, okay, so for example, right, let's say you guys are working women, so like you guys might not understand, but understand like a lot of men are still are okay with the whole housewife thing, right?
Traditional.
We're cool with that, the traditional relationships. A lot of men are, some men aren't, but high value men, I think, are. The more money I have, the less I give a fuck about y'all's money, right? That's how it works. But, so when I come home from work, I'm at work fighting all day, 8 hours a day, and I come home, if I have to come home to an argument, but if I come home to a nurturing woman who, like, it's peace. Men desire peace more than anything in the world. We have to have peace at home because that is when we recoup and to get ready for war the next day.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? It's not. So I don't want to come home and be vulnerable with you. But if you bring me peace, I don't have to be home.
Exactly. You'll get it all out. You'll get it all out.
I get
But
it.
You're going,
how many times a man come home?
gonna get it.
Men
You're
come
not
home,
gonna
but we'll listen to
You're not
our
gonna
wife's
get it.
date and all the bullshit she been
But
doing.
she won't
But
listen.
a man
How many
nigga came home every day.
Yeah.
They always
Right.
complain about some niggas in the job.
We can be listening to y'all. We can be listening to y'all and be like, y'all can be, well,
Okay,
babe,
but then
my
here's-
tie got
but
poppers and
here-
shit.
but
Y'all, that
here's-
shit go
but
right across
here's
y'all
the thing.
motherfucking brain and y'all go right back to
Here's
what
the,
y'all
here,
talking about.
here's the thing,
Like-
okay, y'all. This is what I want y'all to understand, okay? There's a few of us that get it and can be that for you with you being able to still be able to give what we want, which is communicate.
Yes.
Because we made you feel safe to do that.
So get what?
Yeah.
Now you saying that
I agree.
when I come home and I want peace and
If
I
you-
feel safe,
if you
you
get
will
that
get
far-
that without even asking.
Okay,
You will
well,
get that without even asking.
yeah, I agree.
Well, here's the thing.
But I'm saying, if
Communication.
I
Wait, wait,
feel
hold
that,
on.
if I feel that he was
Communication.
safe,
Stop. Wait a minute. Communication is a skill that not everybody has,
No.
but it is. I often find that when men try to communicate, it's often somehow manipulated or flipped. It's flipped to make it seem like now we're at fault. Like we're trying to communicate with you our feelings, but all of a sudden it's, I don't like how you said that to me. But like listen to what I'm saying. Stop listening to how I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Maybe it's not the way you wanted me to say it, but it doesn't really. Honestly,
But tone is
it doesn't really matter. I could come at you with any tone. If you feel threatened or any like y'all will just sometimes say that I don't like your tone just to flip the script.
Yeah.
I've seen it a lot of times over and over and over again.
That's immaturity. And sometimes on our part, it'll be like, I don't like what you said. Me, baby, why are you talking to me like that? I don't like what you're saying. I'm not hearing you. I don't like what you're saying.
Uncomfortable conversations.
Just saying it,
Yeah.
saying it simply like that.
It's all about how you communicate.
It's like, okay, I ain't mean to say it like that, but this is how I'm feeling. X, Y, Z, and then we can move on and we can talk about it. But
in this,
everybody, I understand that.
If I said some shit, you already ready to hook.
I be like, man, just shut the fuck up, but not meaning to say it like
I
that.
know, but
Just shut the fuck up, and then boom,
I'm
like
not
all
gonna
that
say it
shit.
like
No,
that.
because
What
That's
you
the way
meant-
I talk.
what you meant
That's
is
the way I
please
talk.
stop talking beautiful.
But let me ask you a question. You talk like
Yeah,
that.
I'm be like,
Okay,
who you talking
you
to?
talk like that, right?
Bro, I done been talking.
Across his fucking
Oh my
face.
mama, I've been told that so many times. Like, okay, whatever, and keep on with the same.
Let me ask you a
Like,
question.
dead ass.
We having a
I'm not
conversation.
aggressive like that.
We having a conversation. And you like,
No
Okay,
communication
but
gets you
like,
injured. See?
okay, so what I'm saying is
What'd I say?
that communication, it is difficult, but men and women fail in different ways when it comes to communicating. Right? Women tend to always flip it and make themselves a victim. I see it all the time. That happens
Yes.
9 times out of 10.
Yes.
And then
I think that
men have a hard time communicating. We don't want to communicate because we know as soon as we do, it's somehow going to be flipped around. It's my fault.
Yeah.
Learning how y'all move
Maybe this
and
kind
argue or communicate is
like
important.
yeah,
Like, you
how
know, do you like space or, you know, it may be different, but you should be able to learn that. Do you just need a minute or like, you know, do you want to talk about it right
Let's say
then?
they
Like,
communicate
everybody's
too much.
different.
Let's say every time he come
And love
home, he's
languages, I know
always
that
the
sounds
one who's
lame.
about his.
It's
He's
like,
always
and
about his
every
job.
That's too much.
If he come home
in
every
that
day
moment-
complaining about that,
and
you
in
ain't
that
gonna
moment,
want
so wait,
that.
no, in
Because
that
you're not
moment,
stable in
Right.
yourself.
what happened?
in that moment, it
You're
was
good. Keep
entirely,
talking. Keep talking.
it was entirely too much. But I think that I wasn't mature enough to understand that he was just trying to communicate to me what he was feeling and how he was feeling. In that moment, I'm not gonna lie, I did not receive it. I did feel attacked. I feel like, God damn, it's always.
Every fucking day, you gonna be like, nigga, this nigga is not stable because every time he come home, he just fucking crying.
I'm gonna
to
be
me.
like, my baby is going through it. Let me get him to be.
I'm not gonna lie. I was like, this too fucking much. Like,
Aren't you doing that for me
It's
too?
too
fucking much.
Ain't you doing that for me too?
I know because that's the
And if
man's
you know it's
role.
not
You
So
can
you
do
right
that.
supposed to clap for yourself, but I can't be there for you. You're not doing it for me. If I'm breaking,
But some
and you're not
everyday
making-
Don't
shit,
work
just
like
like
that.
a woman come home every day,
You
we gonna
can't do the
expect to
same
listen to it.
thing.
You can't
No,
do
I
Y'all
that.
can't do the
can
same thing.
never do how you do it, but as from a woman's point of view, then from a nurturing point of view, shouldn't you be able to make sure that your sense of nurturing is like together?
Well, yeah, but it's a yin and yang. It can't be the same. So if my woman comes and complains about her day at work a lot,
How about her day at home?
I'm okay with that. But I also can't do it. Both of us can't do that.
Why not? Why we
Both of us can't do
take
that.
time
both had stressful
No,
days.
because it's a yin and yang. We have to be working as a
team.
team. If we're doing this, we bumping heads. If we
But
working
you know what?
offset,
Some
we
men
working
are
as a
the
team
ones that's
now.
going through this shit that's traumatizing. The women are the ones that's strong, nurturing them up, mothering them up.
Right.
So
We nurture.
Like,
we
I
don't
always
always.
But then,
about
I
you
mean,
wanna
if
be
you gotta
nurtured
do that
too.
for
You
so
can't nurture
long, and like,
everybody.
I ain't trying to be.
That's
That's what we
for
trying to
everybody,
do. We
yeah.
trying
Like,
to,
so
we trying to hold you
regardless,
down.
It don't be working. Like,
And provide the space for us
So
to be
that you
vulnerable.
can nurture us. You know what I'm saying? But like
Yeah, you
like
holding us
me
down,
complaining
but
to me about my day, it doesn't help me, first of all. And it helps y'all to like vent and get shit off your chest. It doesn't help me.
But if I say,
For some
how was
men,
your
but
day?
like, why would I?
How was your day? If I
Oh, it's
ask you,
cool.
oh, how was your day? Oh, it's cool. Okay,
cool.
so what happened today? I don't like
Yeah.
surface as bare minimum.
We're not having small
I
talk.
get that, but
I wanna
sometimes
talk
work is
about it.
work.
Like, how was your day? What
Depends on what he
happened?
does for a living, but like
What did you
sometimes
do?
work is work.
Like-
It's boring. Same day.
Because
I want to know about it because we
Yeah.
talk every single day, right? So eventually, when you're with somebody over a time period, you're gonna run out of things to talk about, right? Naturally, the fire. Let's be real. The fire is not always hot in a relationship. It's not gonna always be super exciting. It's not gonna always. So if we only have a certain
But it's
conversation,
everlasting.
we're gonna talk about it and then what? Look at the wall. Like, tell me
Yeah.
how your day
How you
was.
doing?
Yeah, I
Good?
want to know the details.
Today's gonna
I'm not
be
gonna take it
tomorrow.
as you nagging or complaining because I asked you, how was your day? What did you
I
experience?
understand that.
Maybe
But
you want to talk
men
about it later.
don't even like. Honestly,
I don't mean I
men
get
will
that,
go
'cause I
through
get a
the
lot of
day,
this
shit
right.
happened, and then we forget about it in 10 minutes. It's just out of sight, out of
I
mind.
ain't
It's
gonna lie.
done. It wasn't even
Literally
important
out of
enough
sight.
to
I ain't
even
gonna lie,
remember.
for the men's side though, like I've done this like sometimes. Like it won't even be y'all. Like it'll be some shit that happened to us at work or some shit like that, and we'll end up taking it out on you on accident. But like if you give us the space, like we don't apologize for it, and just some time to cool off. But
Just tell us that.
I don't know if you like asking me like 50 questions as soon as I walk through the door.
Oh yeah.
But if you
that's
say
good.
like, hey, I'm
But,
just
like,
not
Yeah,
right
like,
now.
I'm not
I
going
need
to,
to
but
But that's what I mean.
I'm not
That's
listening.
what I
I
mean.
ain't
Men
gonna
want
break
peace.
that.
you.
I'll leave you alone.
When I say men
Like-
want to come home to peace, that's kind of what I mean. It's like men's peace looks. Every man has different level of like what peace looks like to them. Some men go and play video games. Some men go out and work on their cars. Some men just want to sit there and watch a movie. Whatever it is. But some men need to come home and wind down and not talk to anybody. Right? They need to just because men when we at war, like we're fighting at work trying to get that money, then we come home and we look at what we need to. Our mind has to flip to like a home, like now we're in family mode. Versus
A hug and a
fighting.
But that's
kiss
a,
would be
but that's
nice.
a conversation though.
But that's not conversation. It's a peaceful room.
It don't listen, no,
No
off the
conversation.
off the bat, like
No
baby, when I
conversation
come
is the
home,
conversation.
No,
Well,
listen.
listen,
When
think
I
about
come
it.
home, this is what I'm saying. When I come home, baby, I need a minute. I don't wanna talk. I need time to unwind. It don't have nothing to do with you. I
Thank
need
you.
time to unwind so that I can get in my
But that's
space.
not the
But guess what though?
conversation.
But guess what?
The conversation is not the
But
conversation.
us men, we will let
That's
y'all.
the
We let y'all do
conversation.
that.
Okay, that's
We let y'all do
But if
that.
that disrupts
That's how
your
hard
peace,
that
why
work.
would
We
you
let
not?
y'all do
But
that.
if that disrupts your peace, why would you not?
Okay, because
It's
as soon as you
not
ask a question to a man and he says no,
This is
then
how I took
it's
what
not,
you
it's not
said.
we'll talk
And
about
I
it.
could
Talk
be
about
wrong.
why you don't
This
want to
is-
talk. It's about the
Hold on,
decision.
man.
This is how I took how you said I could be wrong, because I feel like that's what we keep saying. But I'm trying to understand what you're trying to say.
I
Would you prefer if we just are able to read you without you having to say how you feel?
I think women in general are better at
We
at
are.
that than men
I-
are.
But
But
if
like,
you
when they,
prefer
like-
that better,
I think
like
I think you
come
should
in-
know, in generally speaking.
No, you should
that
for
when a man
everyone.
comes
Yeah,
home, he's tired and he's
but that's
gotta flip his
But
mind.
that's communication. That's
Otherwise-
not verbal
But
communication.
it also depends
But
on
here's
how
the-
long
here's
you
the
date,
thing.
because you can't try to read me
Right.
before like you
Yeah.
know me like
I
I can be
can't
happy as
read
hell
you.
and just come
But here's
in.
the
Just come
thing.
in and don't look happy. I can be happy as hell. Just don't come in.
So
I
then,
just-
how do we win? Because we
How do we
can't.
know?
You won't
But-
tell us. We can't ask y'all, and we can't also assume. Well,
We're
how
not
do we
telling you
know?
that.
But
But
then
listen, when you ask me and I
Don't
say
say I'm
I'm
good. Don't say
good,
I'm good when we
Okay.
ask
and when you
all
ask me and
the
I
time.
say I'm
But
good,
y'all don't be good.
But-
So that's
so guess what?
what
Like he
We're
just
trying
said.
to-
Like he just
That's
said.
happening. I
We
ain't
stop.
gonna-
Wait,
Yeah.
stop.
Wait.
We
listen,
coming
when you
home.
say we not
We
good.
coming home.
Wait, wait,
Okay, yes, you said
when
it's
you
not
say
good.
we not good, we are
No
good.
conversation is no
But
conversation.
we're not trying to talk about it because we're
That's
trying to
what I'm
flip our
saying.
mind.
I honestly believe that we're like in a weird transition.
We just
right
love
now,
being
where
We
in
say we
space.
good.
it's
That's
like
what
communication
traditional
with our
shit.
woman.
accept that.
Like
We
men
don't
Accept
gotta
that
talk,
for
but
what
just
it
as long as you there, we
Yes,
good.
so-
Y'all
That's
talk
it.
about
We
we
don't
don't
say-
we don't
If
if
y'all don't
fuck
feel like
we
we
don't
would want
know.
to accept
That's
it,
all
I
I'm
want to
saying.
No, no,
accept it.
But we
No,
did
when he
when I
says
said I'm
we
good.
good, that's it.
I told you I'm okay.
I'm
That's
good.
not saying, baby, I don't want to
But
talk right now.
the
I'm
way-
good.
No,
Like,
No.
We
That's
beat
it. But
it.
that's
Guess what?
you.
Hold on, hold on.
But that's you. But that's you.
Hold on,
That's
hold on,
you.
hold on.
That's
Listen,
you.
they
You
won.
wanna
This
talk.
is run back to what we
If
said. Listen,
If they're not doing
listen.
good and they say I'm good,
This will run back to what we
everything is
said.
different, so you
When we
should
come
know.
in and say we
You
good,
should know,
when we
so-
say we're good, guess
Yeah.
what? That unwinding that you want is gonna come naturally.
Yeah,
because
just be
we're
there,
getting
just be
comfortable.
there.
You would
Because
get
we're
it.
getting
Be there, be
comfortable.
quiet.
We get
We're
it.
getting comfortable.
Therefore,
Like you
she
said, we're
should be
switching
able-
our minds. We're
She
switching our
should
minds.
be able to read you all. And she should. She should be able to try to like understand how you move. It's the way you move. I feel like y'all should
Alright,
feel
this
the
is
same
about time
way
to be
about
getting
women as
into
well.
the final
Yeah,
thoughts.
and it says your storage is full.
Oh no.
Oh no.
All right, so let me finish, goddamn, what I was trying to say first, because you said when understand that when men say they good, if they good, they for real good, but what y'all doing is y'all taking it quiet when they're trying to flip their mindset in the family mode, home mode, from fight mode, which is what they was doing at work or whatever they was doing out, right? They're trying to flip their mind and they have to be kind of reserved and they have to do that themselves, right? And y'all see that as taking they're distancing themselves from you, and that's how y'all are seeing it, but that's not what it is. In his mind, he's like, okay, I'm flipping my mind. I need to chill, relax, and then I can
Roy
come
them